Mayweather Promotions CEO confirms that Floyd Mayweather's reaction to Gotcha Hat, Jake Paul snatch and run hat prank was authentic and it was not staged. Stay tuned to this video so I could discuss more on this topic. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Before I get started, click my link in the description to set up TubeBuddy. Why are you on YouTube as a content creator if you don't want your videos to get found, to get searched, to get identified by potential fans, and also make money? I started off on this platform with 0 subscribers. Now we're over 200,000 subscribers and counting. TubeBuddy can help you too. I quickly found TubeBuddy. I've been using it ever since, and I continue to use it for videos like this. Make sure you invest in yourself and in your brand and get TubeBuddy. It can definitely help. Click the link in the description. Now, Mayweather Promotions has admitted that the whole Gotcha Hat was not staged. You see Leonard Ellerbe verified page. He is the CEO of Mayweather Promotions. So you guys see that right there. Now, I don't know what happened to the dude's tweet, but I seen this earlier and I'm just now getting around to make the video. The guy might have deleted his tweet, but he said maybe he wasn't expecting a response. But the guy said something to the effect of, "Hey, Leonard, that looked fake. I think it was staged," referring to the now infamous Gotcha Hat, where Jake Paul snatched Floyd Mayweather's hat off his head and began to try to escape and run, and was quickly apprehended by Mayweather and Mayweather security. And there was just too many media and people surrounding, so he had no exit. And Floyd started screaming, and he looked visibly like angered and triggered. To that tweet that has now been deleted, the guy again said something to the effect of that stuff looked fake. The hat gate, it was not true. It was staged. Leonard Ellerbe responded to him and says, he, meaning Jake Paul, he almost got stomped out. None of that ish was staged, 100. So Mayweather Promotions CEO has now clarified, and he was right there when it all took place and transpired, that it was not staged. He said this was not a game. This was not a test. What happened was naturally what happened, right? Also on this Mayweather versus Logan Paul card is a great fight. I was fortunate enough to cover the first fight in Atlanta. The first fight was on Gervonta Davis, Yuriorkis Gamboa in Black Hollywood in Atlanta, and it was a great time. It was right before the pandemic in December. So I went to that fight, had a great time. The first fight was crack. So if you're just now getting into boxing and you don't know these two, this is gonna be live Sunday, June 6th on the Showtime pay-per-view for Mayweather Logan Paul. This is for boxing purists. This is a great fight. This is a title fight. The first fight, again, I was there live. It was a good fight. It was a real good fight. So I'm glad that they added this on the card. That's just a side note. Back to the hat. Okay, 1 second. He said, just like their last fight, I expect Jean-Pascal Badou Jack to have a war on June 6th. Both of these warriors will give fans an incredible fight. You don't want to miss this one. Who you got? Mayweather promo. So I can vouch for that. I was at the first fight. Crack. So at this press conference, Logan Paul's brother took it a step farther, grabbed Floyd's hat that you see pictured here, Exhibit A, and snatched off his head and said, "Got your hat," and try to flee. So Leonard Ellerbe makes that clear that that wasn't fake, that wasn't staged, right? And he said something else. Someone said, "Hey, Leonard Ellerbe, I just saw more footage. You might me right." It sounds like he says, "You might be right. Floyd wanted to kill that dude, my bad." So it looks like the initial dude watched some more of the behind the scenes and deleted his tweet. And Leonard Ellerbe says he snapped. Floyd don't play them type of games. Jake was playing and evidently staged it, but he's really, really lucky he didn't get stomped out. Thank God Floyd's security handled it and nobody got hurt. Listen, I want to say my little piece on it. You can find a lot of it on Showtime's website. this whole scene, I don't believe it was staged. Like, I've watched Floyd's whole career, and Floyd looked visibly triggered, upset, angry. You heard it in his voice. Like, you could just tell when like a grown man is hot and heated. He was like, even the people, like his own bodyguard was trying to restrain him, and Floyd was like not having it. He was like, no, I'll kill him. I'll kill him. He looked like his blood was boiling. That's why I never look right here. You can see it. I never understood why people said that they thought this was staged. Nothing about it looked staged. I think you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Jake Paul, he's making money, he's feeling himself, right? His brother, he kind of stole the scene from his whole own brother. This is his brother's fight with Floyd Mayweather, and then he ends up making the news because everybody was talking about the hat thing. So he kind of upstaged his own brother. His brother and Mayweather, the ones that got a fight. So a lot of people feel like that antic and what Jake Paul did made it worse for his brother, Logan Paul, who's actually signed in this event called bragging rights to fight Floyd Mayweather Sunday, June 6th at the Hard Rock, live on Showtime pay-per-view. Brought to you by Mayweather Promotions, TMT, the Money Team, Fanmio, and Showtime. So I never understood that. People kept saying, oh, like the bottom line, there's a lot of people who are just hating on the event. If you look through the history of boxing, there are a ton of fighters to this day that fight in exhibition fights, right? Nobody has a problem when Mexican legend Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. is fighting exhibitions. He did 3 fights with Jorge Arce, and he's about to fight again. On that same card, you have, I guess he's an active fighter, but his son, Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., right? And he's fighting a UFC former fighter in a legend, Anderson Spider Silva. But I haven't heard one person complain about that. But Floyd, age 45, 46, or whatever age he is, people have a problem with that. But Chavez Jr. right now is fighting a UFC fighter and in training camp for that. But no one's complaining about it. Is Chavez Jr. even active in his career? Mayweather, this is kind of like the final chapter of his career, the second half. He's already given you 23, 24 years of an illustrious career, fought the best of the best, top names, top guys in this division, Manfredi, Diego. I just seen there was an anniversary for Chico, rest in peace, Chico Corrales. He fought the Castillo. Some people said the fight was too close. He came back 8 months later, rematched him. It's like, what do people want? You know, what do people want? So I think a lot of people are just hating, and they are mad because people say Canelo's the face of boxing. Floyd Mayweather come back and steal the show. He keeps announcing right before Canelo has big fights, and he keeps upstaging Canelo. This was talked about by every major boxing, non-boxing YouTube page. Baller Alert, World Star, TMZ. Everybody was talking about this. Jake Paul, he getting dummy views from this. You know, he bringing in a lot of views. Look, this is all, he got a tattoo about it. Got your hat. He got a got your hat tattoo, and he got almost 1 million likes on it. Where is he at? That place, is that his house? Oh, wow. I don't know where he's at. His house look wet. That's crazy if that's his house. See, he got the got your hat tattoo. He got his tattoo artist there. You know, he's selling hats off of it. The video where he did it got 7 million. This is why people are mad, because Floyd, he come down and he come back out of nowhere and shut down the game, you know, and he knows how to market himself. So do the Paul brothers. The Paul brothers, he obviously got the right formula. I seen Conor McGregor was hating, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but people are talking. That in the business of making money, when you got people talking like this, then you win. Look, this is Conor McGregor was hating. He got 1.8 million hating on it, right? So at the end of the day, that's what it is. Leonard Ellerby says it wasn't staged. it didn't even look staged to me. Like, I don't understand. Floyd, I don't think I've ever seen Floyd that triggered. Like, Floyd is a professional. And this is just a theory. You have to ask Floyd yourself to corroborate. But I got a theory on it. In my opinion, Floyd Mayweather, like, people are saying, why did Conor McGregor touch his head and he didn't flip out? First of all, he had, like, some of you might not understand this, but he had a bald head. Whatever, he's growing his hair out now and got the hair follicle surgery or whatever he did, right? So that's different. He has a bald head versus now he's trying to get some natural growth or whatever he's doing with his hair. So you don't touch a black man's hair. That's one thing. Two, he was actually fighting Conor McGregor. He's not fighting as of right now. He's not scheduled to fight Jake Paul. So Jake Paul doing like acting obnoxious. He told him when he was trying to confront him, he's like, "What? What's wrong with you? I ain't never disrespect you. I never did nothing." You know what I'm saying? Like, why you trying to violate? Why are you trying to disrespect me? So I think it's a whole different situation. Conor McGregor, was he supposed to get up and punch Conor McGregor and mess up the bag for everybody? You know what I mean? And then now they can't make the millions of dollars that they both made in the fight. That doesn't make sense. Plus, Conor's a real fighter, and I think Floyd probably looks at it as more disrespectful. Like, this is a YouTuber, and he out here wilding like he the man. You know, I think Floyd respects all fighters, like all real fighters. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, he's selling the show, but he's not gonna have somebody who doesn't really come from that background like him and that lifestyle, and him violating in that fashion. So that's just a theory of mine of why he reacted the way he acted. He said he had a little problem in the later interview. So that's what I think happened. I think he was just like, nah, like, bro, this kid, you going too far. You tripping. You doing too much. You trying to violate and trying to upstage me or whatever. I don't think Floyd likes that either. Floyd don't like to be upstaged. He don't like to be not in control from what I've seen. So it was a crash course in what not to do, and it was a recipe for disaster. So I agree with Leonard Ellerby saying he snapped and Floyd he played them type of games. People forget, who cares about the Olympics and 50-0? Floyd's still a man. You got to respect the man. He's still from Grand Rapids. You could take Floyd out of Grand Rapids, but you can't take the Grand Rapids out of Floyd. If you do that to his dad, Floyd Sr. will snap on you. You know what I'm saying? If you playing little games and stuff. So I think it's just like I can't even say, like, it's similar to a language barrier, but it's like a generation barrier. Some of these TikTokers and YouTubers and people online, they doing anything. And they like, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a prank. Floyd don't play like that. And most people Floyd's age or just under Floyd's age or whatever, they're not gonna be hip to that. They're not gonna be hip to these little games you want to play and stuff like that for a TikTok video and it's a prank. Like, there's this dude, and the videos are kind of funny, but if it happened in real life, I'll slap the shit out of him. You know what I mean? But there's this dude, he goes in the grocery store and people be shopping and he moans in their ear, and he does all these moans and stuff like that. And then people start snapping like, nah, what you doing? Like, you tripping, chasing them out the aisle and things like that. So I think it's like that. Some people in this clout chasing, clout baby generation, some people are willing to do anything for a soundbite, anything for a viral clip. And that viral clip, this internet stuff gonna get some of y'all hurt. And I think that's what happened. So I agree with Leonard Ellerby. I've been around Floyd's bodyguard. He got some big bodyguards. You know what I mean? They lucky if all them cameras weren't rolling and they wasn't on some BS. Jake Paul really could have got hurt. All that for a gotcha hat, moment and stuff like that. They could have, because it looked like he already had a black eye and his blood in his teeth and stuff like that. You were grossly outnumbered. It would have been bad. It could have been real. It could have been a lot worse than that. But luckily they didn't OD on him. But if they wanted to, like, if that wasn't a celebrity and it was someone that ran up on Floyd, like at a nightclub or something, it probably would have been bad. And I've seen some of these celebrities with security, their security don't play. They will punch you out of here. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's my thoughts. A lot of people were asking if I thought it was staged. No, I don't think I've ever seen Floyd on camera that mad. Like Shane Mosley and stuff, it get heated, but I think he respected all those guys. Mosley, De La Hoya, yeah, he's gonna trash talk, but he also respects that De La Hoya is an Olympic gold medalist. I don't know that he respects what Jake Paul did and Jake Paul's like pedigree. So yeah, he's gonna press that line different. I mean, some of y'all might not never understand, but I try my best to explain it. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Smash the like as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.